What if I told you that one of the fastest growing consumer industries in India can turn a manufacturing plant into a multi-crore asset within few years? Beer is not just beverage. It's billion-dollar global industry driven by lifestyle, youth consumption, premiumization, and rising disposable income. While most entrepreneurs fight in overcrowded, low-margin businesses, smart investors are building brewery plants, assets that generate recurring revenue, strong branding power, and long-term scalability. If you're serious about building wealth, not just income, then starting a beer manufacturing plant deserves your attention. Let's talk numbers. The global beer market is valued at over $700 billion and is projected to cross $850 billion within the next 5 to 7 years, growing at steady annualized return of around 4 to 5%. Now look at India. India is one of the fastest growing beer markets in the world, expanding at an annualized return of 6 to 8%, significantly higher than global averages. The country has a young population, over 65% below the age of 35, and rising urbanization is accelerating beer consumption. Per capita beer consumption in India is still low compared to global standards. That means the market is underpenetrated, and underpenetrated markets create explosive growth opportunities. Premium and craft beer segments are growing even faster, often at double-digit rates annually. Consumers are upgrading from mass-market beer to premium bradsa, which means higher margins for manufacturers. The next 10 years will not be about survival. They will be about expansion. Major players in India include United Breweries, InBev, Carlsberg, Heineken, and fast-growing bradsa like Bira 91. Yes, large companies dominate volume, but here's the opportunity. Regional breweries, contract manufacturing, and craft segments are expanding rapidly. Distribution gaps exist across multiple states. Demand often exceeds supply during peak seasons. Large players focus on scale. Smart entrepreneurs focus on niche positioning, regional dominance, premium branding, and contract brewing partnerships. This is not a closed market. It is evolving. First, recurring consumption. Beer is not a one-time purchase product. It has repeat demand, seasonal spikes, and brand loyalty. Second, strong branding power. In few industries does branding command such pricing control. A strong beer brand can charge significantly higher margins compared to generic beverages. Third, high margin potential. Manufacturing cost per liter can be significantly lower than MRP, depending on state excise structure and distribution efficiency. With proper scale, margins improve substantially. Fourth, scalable production. Brewery plants can expand capacity over time. You can start with moderate output and scale as demand grows. Fifth, export potential. Indian craft and premium beers are finding markets in Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. And finally, the hospitality sector. With the rapid growth of pubs, microbreweries, restaurants, and tourism, beer demand is structurally increasing. This is not a trend. It's demographic economics. India's rising disposable income means consumers are spending more on lifestyle products. The demographic advantage, a young, urban workforce, supports long-term consumption growth. Premiumization is accelerating. Consumers are willing to pay more for better quality and unique flavors. Tourism and hospitality growth are expanding demand across cities and emerging urban centers. Many states offer production incentives, land subsidies, and industrial benefits to attract brewery investments because alcohol contributes significantly to state revenues. A well-managed mid-size brewery can generate multi-crore annual turnover. With brand building and distribution expansion, revenue can scale dramatically. This is asset creation. A brewery is not just a business. It's a long-term revenue-generating industrial unit. Yes, licensing and excise compliance are critical. This is a regulated industry, but regulation creates entry barriers, and entry barriers protect serious players from casual competition. State excise policies govern production and distribution, and many states provide industrial subsidies, MSME benefits, electricity duty exemptions, and food processing incentives. Make in India initiatives and agro-processing schemes can support infrastructure and plant setup. Those who understand compliance gain an advantage. Those who avoid complexity miss opportunity.